Happy Halloween and welcome to Acting Like We Know, where we pretend to know but really don't. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Justin. What do you think of the month of October?
Justin tries out some Halloween trivia.
When is the first time you ever carved a pumpkin?
Do you believe in ghosts? And on today's draft, we have the best Halloween candy.
So, obviously, telling by the intro that this is a special Halloween episode. And of course, check us out on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review. It really helps us show. And we're available on Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere you get podcasts. Also, check us out on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Trying to grow that. And then, of course, we encourage you to check out our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Parler. And then follow it, which is just the name of our show. And then give us a follow on Twitter at Acting Like We Know. Drop the G.
Yep. That's it.
So enjoy this Halloween episode.
All right, but first, before we get into it, we want to tell you about this great product we really enjoy. It's called CfactorX, and they pride themselves on having the highest quality product found on the market. All natural with no additives or preservatives. Made from non-GMO hemp plants grown on select farms in Colorado and Oregon. No herbicides, pesticides, or chemical fertilizers are used. All of their wellness products are independently lab tested for quality and purity. It's also great for pets. The best part is they offer free priority shipping within the continental U.S. Check out their website now for your highest quality CBD oil needs. And the current deal they have going on is to buy 2, get 1 free. Check them out, CfactorX.com. That's C, the letter C, Factor, the letter X.com.
And I use this stuff too, and it really works. It's not that fake snake oil bullshit either. So ever since I started taking this, 3-4 months ago, I feel so much better. So please check them out if you have any issues like that. And as the CBD market grows, it's a great substitute than taking like anti-inflammatories and stuff every day, which eventually can harm you. Just ask the pharmacist guy over here.
I'm not a pharmacist. I cannot attain to that.
It's just all the side effects that come with taking that stuff every day. So
yeah, there should be no side effects with CBD oil.
No. Because
it
comes from a plant.
Right.
That's
that
grown
doesn't
in the
mean
ground.
Heroin comes from a plant too.
Well, it's not altered in any way, as said in the ad. So, check it out. So let's get to the fact quote today. So obviously we said everything is Halloween themed. So where there is no imagination, there is no horror. Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Okay.
He's been knighted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, the website I got this from didn't have that. And this is the guy who created Sherlock Holmes.
Jurassic Park.
And Jurassic Park, apparently. I didn't know that.
Arthur Conan
Yeah, it's just... it came from... when I got this quote, it said it came from Sherlock Holmes when he wrote it, that he had Sherlock Holmes say this. Basically saying that, if you don't imagine...
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong.
You're wrong?
I was acting like I knew, but I didn't. Who wrote Jurassic Park then?
Tangent. Off subject. But to me, it's just... Can you really be scared or imagine anything? Or not imagine anything. So if you don't imagine things, then you're not really going to be scared, because I feel like most of the horror and all that kind of stuff just comes from your head.
It's all fake.
Right. And it's just things that you're scared of that you make up in your head, a.k.a. your imagination.
Yeah, when I was a kid, man, even just trying to go to sleep, all these thoughts were running through my head. of what was in my room or what was in my closet.
Always, every time. And a later segment, I will describe one where it really terrified me. But you'll just have to stay tuned and figure out. But I just thought it was a good quote for Halloween. Because, like I said, all horror and scary things, it's all in yo head.
Well, I think a lot of it, too, probably comes from dreams. Like, they have dreams or nightmares. And that's where they get some of their ideas.
Just ask Stephen King.
And then also, or people just taking reality and warping it, or thinking they saw something when it was really, there's a logical explanation for it.
That's a lot of the times people with UFOs and shit.
I don't know. We'll get into that too. Yeah. I think.
All right. So sadly, I could not find, for the love of me, just weird, awkward stuff that happened on Halloween. It was all superstitious stuff, and I figured it was just kind of stupid just to put a bunch of superstitious things that people thought they saw, which was really hard to find in Florida, too. So it would have been just a bunch of random stuff. It really wasn't funny. I tried to dive deep into them, so...
Yeah, this is a monumental moment.
Right,
Our first episode without Florida versus eWorld.
Exactly. Just because to fit the Halloween theme, but it will be back the next episode and later episodes as well. So I'm replacing it with underrated and overrated. So first, underrated, overrated. The month of October.
Underrated. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm biased, though. Because it got my
That doesn't
favorite
matter.
holiday
That doesn't matter.
and my birthday in it. So
I am going to say that it is underrated as well. It's just like one of those months that people think of, it's kind of a throwaway month, but they have playoff baseball, which starts, which you don't care about, but I do sometimes, and others do care. But yeah, it just has Halloween and then
football
as well. But I guess for me it's like 50-50 because I think it's somewhat overrated because basically it seems like all my family members have their birthdays in October. That's the only reason why I would say that.
There's only like 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah, well, it seems like more.
Of the 50.
It seems like more. Okay.
Well, also it's like that first month that really feels like fall. You know?
Well, yeah,
like
it's 'cause
sometimes September doesn't really feel like fall.
Well,
yet.
it's here at the end of September in Washington State. It was actually really nice. So
yeah.
And then it just starts to get colder and colder. And
just
then
the last few weeks is starting to get cold.
Yeah. And then the gray sets in.
Which I don't mind. And then there's like the pumpkin patches and the fresh corn, like sweet corn is available right now. Pumpkin pies.
All the stuff that I try and stay away from for dieting. Apple cider is delicious too. Sure. It's better than apple juice. I think it just has more sugar. It does.
Apple juice is my favorite.
Apple cider is better. Anyways, so the second one, dressing up in costumes.
For me, this is underrated. I really enjoy it.
Really?
And I wish more people got more into it.
Yeah, I'm a boring adult, and I think it's a bit overrated. Just because, I don't know, it's just hard for me, because I guess I'm kind of frugal too, so it's just hard to bring myself to spend money on a costume every year. And I'm just like, why am I doing this when it's just, I'm going to wear it once and it's going to go in my closet. Or I'm going to give it away. So.
I always look at these elaborate costumes on Etsy that are like $200-$300. And I haven't pulled the trigger on one yet, but one of these days I'm going to get one and it's going to be awesome.
Like ones that are like what, like $300 or something?
Yeah, like someone built all the pieces of it and it looks legit.
And is there only one of them or is there like multiple?
What do you mean?
Like when they sell them?
Oh, some people only have one, or some people make them for a job. You can get them custom made.
So you just have to tell them you want it and then you just have to wait for them to make it for you?
Yeah, some of them will say like, we'll take up to like a month to finish and get to you. So.
Huh. Okay.
But yeah, I was looking at getting a Deadpool costume and a
That's going to
Boba
cost you a
Fett
pretty
costume.
penny.
Yeah, the Boba Fett one was like $350, and that wasn't even including all like
the props,
the accessories. Yeah,
right. I can only imagine that the jetpack and then the gun would cost a shit ton.
The helmet,
unless it's made out of foam. Well, the helmet doesn't come with the outfit.
No, I think the helmet's probably the hardest thing to make.
Well, I meant the stuff that comes with it, like his jetpack, the gun, and stuff like that. But they probably just make that out of like foam.
I don't know. Plastic, maybe. I don't know.
That
Maybe
plastic foam
3D
stuff?
printers.
I don't. Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget that those exist now. All right, so the next one, being scared, underrated or overrated?
I think it is an underrated one too.
I don't think we're scared enough.
Exactly.
I think nowadays people kind of live some sheltered lives, but
It definitely makes you more aware of things.
But it
heightens your senses.
Yeah, it also heightens your imagination.
Yeah, if you let it.
Right. Gets that adrenaline pumping. I think it's funny because my wife, she loves scary movies, but every time scary parts are coming, she tries to cover her face. I was like, what are you doing? Isn't this the whole point of watching scary movies is to see it?
She likes the idea of being scared, but not actually being scared.
So I think it's underrated. And of course, the segue of saying horror movies, now horror movies, underrated, overrated.
Overrated.
I think so too. I think it's just the acting in some of them is just so bad. It's just like, who would do that? Like, it's just like that one commercial or whatever for what I think it's insurance
Geico,
or something.
yep.
Yeah, they're like, let's go hide behind the chainsaws. Why don't we get in the running car? Are you insane? Yeah, it's just some of the acting is just pretty bad.
Yeah.
In the older movies, it's just awful.
Yeah, when you go back and watch them.
Like the slasher movies like Jason and Halloween, you're just like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know.
Have you seen the Rob Zombie Halloween?
Yes.
That one's awesome.
He
That's one of
is
my favorite.
Great at horror movies.
That's one of my favorite horror movies.
Yeah.
Although his horror movies before that were kind of funny / cheesy /
I think that's because he was just getting into it.
yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. You ever see that? Yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah.
His daughter was in it, and she was like naked. I'm like, why would you have your daughter naked?
Because it's Rob Zombie, dude. Don't ask questions.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Jason in Space. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I was talking to my coworkers the other day about Freddy versus Jason movie. How bad it was.
Oh, it was awful. It was just like a competition of them murdering people, and then they barely even fought each other. It was kind of stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb.
But no, my favorite horror movie, I mean, it's kind of cheesy and kind of stupid, but I really love the Gremlins series.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I don't know why. It's somewhat scary, but mostly funny, because those are the kind of horror movies I like, where it's got comedy, but it's also scary at the same time. So just for when I watched it when I was younger, Gremlins was definitely kind of scary. So it still kind of sits with me, but I don't know. Nothing really truly scares me now anymore. Just more of just like makes me jumpy, I guess. It doesn't really scare me. So
I kind of like the Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah, that shit was creepy.
It made it seem so real.
Yeah, but it was completely fake.
Right.
But dude, that was such a low budget movie, and they made so much money.
They made a ton of money. They made 3 more of them or 4 of them or something.
I only saw the first one.
I also for the comedy horror stuff, I kind of like Chucky movies.
Oh yeah, dude, he's hilarious. Like the shit that he says is just ridiculous, and the fact that it's a doll and some people don't find him like very scary, and then he's like, just shows you how creepy he can really be.
Who's your favorite horror villain?
Horror villain? I'd probably have to say the Jeepers Creepers guy.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, that guy is definitely it. Just because he seems like I don't know, just like an old, like centuries old kind of creature
Gargoyle
thing that's been around for a while. I don't know. It doesn't really exactly show you him. Like, okay, I guess it kind of does in the later ones, but yeah, I just think that kind of horror is cool. So
mine's probably Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, just
I think the stupidest thing about him is he can only haunt you in your dreams.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's because he lives in hell, I guess. So.
I just think that aspect that he can only haunt you when you sleep is kind of stupid, but whatever.
Most horror movie premises aren't that great.
No, they're not.
All
right. So trick-or-treating, underrated or overrated?
Overrated.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's underrated. Getting free candy? That's underrated as fuck, dude. I trick-or-treated until I was 14.
I can't remember when I stopped.
Yeah, when I was 15 is when I stopped. But yeah, dude, just
It's
free.
fun when you're a kid,
You
but
can't pass up. Well, now obviously, as an
yeah.
adult, it is. But
it's like I could just go buy my own candy
well, you don't.
that I actually want.
I guess it depends on your life situation, really. So, like, because if you have kids, it's like you want that nostalgia of when you were a kid.
I was talking to my brother the other day about this, and he's like, I fucking hate trick-or-treating. I hate taking the kids out trick-or-treating. He's got to be cold and wet and miserable. And
Well, after working all day, though, in our job, I can see that.
yeah, you just want to be home in your warm house.
Well, yeah, because this time of the season is when we're delivering a bunch of shit, so it's like, fuck, I don't want to do this. All right, and so for the last one, haunted house is underrated, overrated. I think these are overrated as fuck, personally.
I don't really have either. I can't really go either way on this one. I've only been to one haunted house, and I haven't gone back since.
I think I've been in a couple, and it's just kind of cheesy to me. It's just, I think probably before they made like all those rules.
Have you been in a good one though?
I don't really know.
I think you would know.
Yeah, probably not then. Like a legit one.
Would you go to like Mount Like Terrace one or something?
I think one was at the Nile Golf Course, and then one was a while back. So
the one I went to was Cube 93. So I think those ones have more production value.
Yeah.
So they're not as cheesy.
Well, and they make so many rules where it's like you can't touch people, you got to stay this far away from them, and
which is good. You don't want people getting hurt.
I know.
You can still scare people without fucking trampling into them or whatever.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back again because when I went, I was kind of a pussy. So
Right.
I was like 14 or 15, and I came home just white as my mom was like, "You're white as a ghost." I was so scared, dude. At the end, it was me, my cousin, and his girlfriend at the time, wife now. But at the end, you think you're done, and then a chainsaw guy is in the parking lot. Chases you, and he chased B like for like a mile, and she was just. I've never seen her run so fast.
That's probably why, though.
And I was just thinking to myself, I'm so glad he didn't pick me.
What if he just stood still? What could he do?
He would just probably stand in your face, and
that's what I'm saying. I guess
that's probably what I would do now.
Right.
But I don't know how
I'd be
I
like,
would act.
"Hey, buddy, give me that. I want to see this thing."
Dude, I was so scared. Me and B were so scared. We both just had our heads down on Ryan's back, just like walking through, like pulling at him and pushing him. It was probably a terrible experience for him too.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get into some Halloween trivia. So basically, I just have some Halloween trivia questions for Justin, and he's going to see how many he can get right. In which country did Halloween originate?
Germany.
No, it's in Europe, though.
Okay. Oh, I figured.
See, I think we have some of this descent in us.
Okay.
We are descendants of these people.
Is it in the United Kingdom?
No, it's European. Well, yeah.
No, it's European. Yes, that's in Europe.
Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Is it in that area?
It's east of United Kingdom.
Oh. So
a different country.
The Scandinavian countries, really?
It's Ireland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that is in the United Kingdom.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The United Kingdom is Great Britain, aka not London.
I think that's what the whole region is called, isn't it?
No.
No. Nope, it's not.
It's just Great Britain.
Yeah.
It's just another name for Great Britain.
It's actually west, not east. It's west.
How so?
Because United Kingdom's right here, and then Ireland's over here.
You have to go east to get there. Or southeast.
No, you go west. See?
Oh, it's to the left?
Yeah. That's what I said. To the west. Yes.
Oh.
Your geography's terrible. As I Google Maps it and show
Maybe they
where
aren't
it's
my
at.
people. All right. It was called... what was it called? It's spelled Samhain, but I think it was Samhain is what they called it. It wasn't called Halloween. And it was where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Okay.
That's pretty much all Halloween was built around, was like getting rid of spirits, bad spirits.
Yeah. Which is really old.
All right.
Old way of thinking, for sure.
What does the name Dracula mean?
Isn't it Dracul?
I don't know.
What the hell? I know they got Dracula from Vlad the Impaler.
Hey, that was one of my facts.
So, but I don't know what the name actually means. Maybe like blood.
Think of hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Think of hell.
So he's the son of the devil.
Oh.
Son of the devil is what it translates to.
Oh, okay.
And the original novel was by, do you know who wrote it?
Bram Stoker.
Yep. And it was written in 1897. It was based on real-life person Vlad the Impaler.
The guy was an asshole.
Right.
He would after like I listened to a podcast on this guy because he's a medieval dictator, and he would drink the blood of his enemies.
Yeah, that's where all the stories came from him being a vampire.
Right. And he thought it gave him power.
Crazy.
So he's a fucking lunatic.
It was also written shortly after the news about Jack the Ripper came out. So I think that had some influence on it.
That was
too.
probably the big first prominent serial killer that inspired tons and tons of stories.
Right. All right, what was the original vegetable they used to make jack-o'-lanterns?
I'm assuming it's a really old one that no one probably uses anymore.
No one really, you don't see it much.
What's the letter start with?
T.
T?
They have them in Mario.
Turnips?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Irish would hollow out turnips, rutabagas, gourds, potatoes, and beets. They would then place a light in them to ward off evil spirits and keep Stingy Jack away.
Here we go.
Whoever that is.
Here we go.
I don't know who Stingy Jack is.
Stingy Jack. Let's find out. It's just an Irish myth. Stingy Jack invited the devil to have a drink with him. So it's just to ward off probably that guy.
Oh, okay.
That's creepy. Huh.
All right, is a pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable?
I want to say it's a fruit.
It is a fruit. So I just pulled up the definition for fruit.
The seeds inside?
The sweet and fleshy product of a tree or other plant that contains seed and can be eaten as food.
I don't know. Our pumpkins aren't really sweet, though.
They can be. Think about a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
But I think
that's
stuff
sugar.
is added to it.
That's sugar.
I don't know.
Maybe
pumpkins can be sweet.
I've eaten a raw piece of pumpkin just on the inside.
Yeah.
But
it's not good.
No. Not
it's
really.
like a really shitty cantaloupe.
Right. It's really bitter, too. So that's why I said
know,
it's
maybe
not really sweet.
Yeah, maybe considering what some people eat, it might be sweet. I don't know. Which horror movie icon has the highest on-screen body count?
So basically what horror movie
has killed the most people?
Yeah. I'm going to say Michael Myers of Halloween.
That's close. He's third place.
Jason
is first place.
Yeah.
146.
Wow.
Number 2, I don't really know. The Invisible Man.
It's
like an old,
super old
50s or 60s,
where they didn't actually show people being killed. Probably
no, because it's on-screen body count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has 123. Michael Myers is about 107, and then Hannibal Lecter is fourth with 98, and then Jigsaw is fifth with 60. Yeah.
God, those movies really went downhill after the first one.
The first one was good.
Right, it was really good.
The second one was okay.
Well, and then it just got stupid.
It just became about just killing people.
Right, and then it's just the motives behind why he does. It's just like, oh, okay. He's just a miserable old bastard. So,
what is the only other holiday that makes more money per year than Halloween?
Christmas.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep.
They make tons of money. Yeah.
By far. And the winter holidays are like
the money.
90%
one
of
right
the
after.
holidays.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's one right after another. It's Halloween, and then 20 days later, everyone's buying shit for Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, everyone fucking goes bananas for Christmas. So it's just the money-making time of the year, which I've always been involved in because I worked in retail, and then now I work for the post office. So I've experienced it all.
What does seeing a spider on Halloween signify? This one's kind of hard.
What does it signify? I don't know. It signifies I don't like spiders. So
it signifies a loved one is watching over you.
What?
So don't kill it next time on Halloween.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's kind of weird. Where did
You
it
know,
come
it's one
from?
of those old myths.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Huh.
It was hard to find facts about some of these. So,
Weird.
what is the most commonly bought candy on Halloween?
Is it a shitty candy?
No.
It's candy corn, isn't it?
No.
Thank God.
No. People are actually right on this one.
Oh, well, wink, wink, you'll know which thing I'm not taking.
Fucking candy corn.
It's disgusting.
I got to show you this picture of this candy corn thing. It's funny.
What commonly candy is bought? Is it a popular brand?
Yes.
Is it Reese's?
Yes.
Of course.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah.
Actually, so I did some research on this, and every website listed something different.
Really?
One had Skittles, one had
then
M&M's.
that's
kind of
hard to...
But then a lot more had Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, so that's what I went with.
Yeah. That's I've always heard that that's been the number one selling candy.
Yeah.
So.
Because M&M's suck. Skittles are okay. I'd rather get 20 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Okay, well, save this to yourself till the end.
We already know these are going to be on the draft, so. Okay.
All right, I kind of like this one just because it's kind of cool for the theme of Halloween. It's the first time I ever watched a scary movie as a kid. That you can recall that scared the fuck out of you. That's what
There's a
maybe
bunch
this
for
is.
me.
Okay, well,
So
what about the first time?
I'm just going to go with the most scary one. So my parents used to own a video store. And my
Access.
siblings would work in the video store sometimes. And I'd be there with them because my parents were working or whatever. And my brother and his friends were there. So they decide to put me in a chair and turn off all the lights in the video store. It was like after hours. And
I thought they
decided
did this
to put
to you
on a
at
scary
home.
movie. I'm pretty sure it was Chucky. And yeah, they decided to go around the corner and make all these noises and scare the shit out of me. He says he never did it, but it's bullshit. I remember it very clearly.
Because he doesn't want to think that he's a terrible person.
Yeah. That was probably it for me then. But then I remember another time I was like 13. I was over at a friend's house, and they're like a mile away from me. So it was nighttime, and we had watched this movie called 13 Ghosts. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but
Yeah, I have.
I
saw it later.
never ran so fast on my way home, back home.
Again, it's crazy your imagination as a kid and what it does to you.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. But my first one, I think I've already told this story, but it was Jeepers Creepers. And I don't know, the dude just scared me so much. I stayed up all night just looking at my window, and I was wide awake the whole night.
That fucker's coming.
He's
coming.
I'd like close my eyes and be like, no, I can't fall asleep. I'm going to die. He's going to eat me. So yeah, I was like 7 or 8. I should have definitely not been watching that movie that young, but yeah, so. All right, so when's the first time you went to a Halloween party?
Ooh. I was probably in middle school.
Really?
Yeah. It's the same people's house I'm talking about who I went and watched that movie with. Yeah, it was pretty fun. What was I? I can't even remember what I dressed up as, actually. Oh, I was a sumo wrestler.
I think I remember that
I had one of those
costume.
inflatable sumo costumes.
Some of those just seem like such a bitch, though, to have. The ones with the fans in them.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
They're actually really comfy because it's airy and
True.
you have the fan going in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
First time I went to a Halloween party, I think I was in 5th grade. It was just like just some of my friends that I went to, and I was a knight, and they had a costume contest. And they like picked the stupidest people to win too. It's like
That always happens.
it's like they picked some stupid witch and just some other things. Like, I'm over here, I'm in full fucking knight costume. I have a shield, I have a sword, I have a helmet. What the fuck? I was pissed. And
That
then
was like
the one we recently went to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
They picked
that.
the fucking guy who's wearing a doctor outfit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? This guy dressed up as Big Lebowski, and they had other guys, the Green Arrow, fully
Yeah, that
decked
guy was
out.
cool.
I was just like, what the fuck? You're gonna vote on this douchebag? Fuck
and I had
you
a pretty
guys.
cool Jedi costume.
Right.
With the lightsaber and
Right.
everything.
I was just like, what the fuck? You guys suck.
Yeah, a doctor. Ooh.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. You really put some fucking thought into that one, buddy. God.
Yeah, the Green Arrow dude probably should have won. His
That was
costume was
fucking
He
legit.
probably that was like one of those Etsy costumes.
Right.
That, like looks legit.
And he had a legit bow,
and
too.
arrow, yeah.
Like, that was fucking awesome. So, the first time you ever carved a pumpkin?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Young.
I don't remember.
Probably did it when I was like 5 or 6, and
Yeah.
I just remember always getting bitched at saying, "You're not done yet. You're not done yet."
Because we never carved it out enough.
No, not
You
that.
just, like,
it's just
take out the
not
seeds.
shaving the side enough.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You never carved it out enough,
Right.
like, so it illuminates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is a bitch.
It
It
is.
really is. The
It's an
funnest
adult
part.
thing.
The funnest part as a kid is just to pull out the guts.
Yeah.
You're just like, squishy. But yeah, that's the. I just remember I wouldn't even really stick to a script, like, because a lot of time people get those pieces of paper and they
Stencil
poke.
things.
Yeah, they poke holes and then carve it that way. Fuck that. I would always do like.
Your own
Like
thing.
doofus teeth, where it's just like one front tooth and then like 3 teeth on the bottom and stuff like that. Just as a kid, it was easier that way, but I don't know. It's just kind of stuff that I can't wait to do with my daughter. Really, is all this stuff. So the first time you ever got sick from eating too much candy?
Probably the first time I ever went trick or treating.
Yeah. I just remember when you come back. Everybody
Dump your candy
dumps
out.
out their candy, and then the trading
The
begins.
trading.
And we'll talk about some other stuff like later, but that I won't mention because we're gonna have a question about it. But man, I think it was just every time.
Oh yeah.
Just that night,
You just
coming
eat way
back,
too
you just
much.
gorge yourself. You're like, oh, I don't feel so good. But
I was a big candy eater too when I was a
same,
kid. So
yeah, I was as well.
Most-
I
most
remember the
kids are.
teachers would get pissed off when kids would just bring candy to school the next
Hell
day.
yeah, every
all the
kid
ti-
does that.
I know, right? It's like, of course I'm going to bring this shit that I'm going to trade with everybody else because there's that one kid that likes this shit candy that no one likes. So.
and you want to give it to him and get his good stuff
Exactly.
because he doesn't know any better.
All right, so the last one. What's the first time you ever experienced something supernatural that you thought was supernatural?
Well, I don't know if this counts as supernatural, but I think I saw a UFO once.
I guess that'll count. Are you gonna elaborate?
Okay, I was hiking with my friends up at Lake Snoqualmie, and we were drinking a little bit, smoking a little bit, and we were just sitting there chilling by the fire, and all of a sudden we saw this like super bright light just fly across the sky super, super fast. And it seemed close. It didn't seem like it was like a shooting star or something like that. And nothing I'd ever seen in the sky ever flew that fast.
You mean it seemed like lower in the sky?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
right above the horizon. And it seemed fairly close. Like, it didn't seem like I was in space, you know? It was just like right above the trees or something.
Right above the trees?
Yeah, like kind of far in the distance, but right above the
okay,
trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird. I don't know if this really counts, but I guess it was really recently. I don't really remember much like as a kid if anything happened, but it's when my dad died and I was trying to transfer you money.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
So what happened is my dad died, and then the next day, I was just transferring Jeremy money for some reason. I don't remember why, but I put in Jeremy's bank information, his number or whatever, and then it asks you to like approve. Like, are you sure this is who you want to send it to? And then since we have the same bank, it linked his bank, and it showed the name at the bottom, and it showed my dad's name instead of his name, and I was just like, what? Wait, what the fuck? So I hit the back button, and then I redid it, and then his name showed, and then Jeremy's name showed up the next time. It was really awkward. It was really odd, and I
That
ended
is
up
weird.
sending you 2 transactions because of it, too. I was just sending you $100, but
Yeah.
I ended up sending you 200 because of it. It was really, really weird.
Huh.
So I don't know if it was because I was so traumatized by it. Maybe my brain made that on the computer screen, but I don't know. It was really odd.
There was this one time, I guess this is something more supernatural than what I said before. After Grandpa died, we were all at Grandma's house. Were you there for this?
I remember that.
So,
yeah, you're right.
It
That was
wasn't
probably the first
windy.
time.
There was no lightning, no storms, nothing. And all the lights at my grandma's house just went off. And I remember my cousin Raylyn, she goes, "Poppy, I'm scared. Turn the lights back on." And then the lights came back on. It was Poppy was our grandpa's nickname. So that was everyone kind of like got the goosebumps and stuff.
Yeah, that was
from
weird.
It was weird.
It was the day after, or no, the day or the night of his funeral when we all came back.
Yeah,
So
it was really strange.
why does it always happen like right after they die?
I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Most of the other stuff I've heard, not me experienced, but that I've heard from other people is pretty weird. I don't know. I have a few of those stories, but I could go on for like 30 minutes about those. So save those for another time. Let's get into some random questions. First one, do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, this is a tough one for me. I'm kind of 50-50. I've always been... Before, it was like, no fucking way, but as
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
But, so where are you getting your information from? Like YouTube videos? Or
No, just what I've heard from other people. But just, I mean, you can't always believe people either, but... It's just, when I watched this one video of just this super, super smart dude, he said energy cannot be created or destroyed because it's a law of nature and science and physics. He makes a good point. It's saying, like, even if you die, it's just like, you have to go somewhere. So,
Yeah.
Or, because, like I said, it's just energy's not created or destroyed. So, like, what happens to it? I mean, it's possible. I just think that when you don't believe in something and you're so skeptic of it, I don't think you're ever going to experience it because you're not opening your mind to the possibility.
I don't know, but then there's those other stories you hear people like, oh, I never believed in ghosts until this.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were always kind of thought it was true.
I kind of, it's just, for me, it's just I kind of do and kind of don't, just because of the way my mind works. I'm so analytical. I look at facts and all that stuff. It's just hard for me to believe it. But
so I'm not counting it out.
Right.
But until I see something myself,
that's exactly how I feel.
I'm not gonna just say it exists.
Exactly.
But I do watch some of those like YouTube videos, and it's like, how could someone fake this? You know?
Yeah.
And it makes it seem like it's real, but I don't know.
We'll see.
So here's one of my ghost stories from someone else. My great uncle, I think, died, and like the family was over. I wasn't there for this, but I just heard it through other people. The family was over at the wife's house, and they had like a 3 or 4 year old daughter downstairs playing.
Was she by herself?
I think so.
Of course.
And
it's always the kids, man. It's always in movies and
that's the thing. Kids maybe susceptible to it.
It's always the kids
because they like believe in it or whatever. They have imaginations,
or they just haven't been. Their life experiences haven't skewed them the other way.
Yeah,
to not believe it.
Well, so here it is. So when he was an organ donor, and so when he died, they took his skin for whatever.
Oh God.
So the little girl was downstairs playing, and she said something about seeing Grandpa, and his skin looked funny. And this was after he died. Like,
what the hell?
Yeah, Grandpa was downstairs, but his skin looked all funny. So, to me, that's like, how could she have known? No one told her that. And she's 4 years old. How would she get that concept, you know?
Well, the concept of death at that age is, you don't really comprehend it.
No. So she didn't probably even really realize that he died or whatever. Or like what happened.
Right.
Still.
That is weird.
Kind of creepy.
Right. They donate skin.
Yeah, skin is an organ.
I know, but that's just ugh.
People need skin. Skin grafts for like burn victims and stuff.
That's right. I wonder how they match it, but
I don't know.
Anyways.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? We already talked about this basically.
Right.
Well, not really.
Kinda.
That was when we were
not
kids.
Specifics, yeah. Just now, man, I don't really, like I said, stuff doesn't really scare me for the most part, but
for me, recently, I rewatched.
Okay, I think I got it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I rewatched Haunting of Hill House.
I was about to say that.
And there's this one scene. If you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert. There's this one scene where the two sisters are driving back to the house, and they're just having this like intense conversation, and then all of a sudden this ghost comes in between the seat. From the back of the seat, right in between them, and it just goes, ah!
Of course.
And that got me. It got me.
I think that's probably the scariest thing I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But I think the scariest part of that for me, again, spoiler alert, was with the youngest daughter.
The bent neck lady.
Right.
That was the best part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was kind of like a ring kind of thing. She had like a crazy hair, white skin. All right, for me, that was it for me. Yeah.
Scariest show, I guess.
Yeah.
Movie/show.
What was the best costume you've ever worn that you liked the most?
This is kind of tough. I'd have to think back on all the costumes
I have a couple.
I've worn. Yeah.
They're more recent too. That when I dressed up as Rick, that was one of my favorites. It wasn't that great looking, but
Yeah, the hair is
just-
kind of fucked.
I just liked it.
I think there's probably better ones out there.
I tried to find a good hair, but they were all had you like style them yourself, and I'm
Yeah.
not good at that.
Right, no kidding. You think you would find someone on Etsy, like you're saying, who would do it for you?
There probably is one now, but when I was looking, there wasn't.
Yeah. Man, it's just looking back on all the costumes I've worn, I can't really think of one right now. I haven't really thought about it.
What were you at the last party we went to?
I don't remember. That's why it's that bad. I don't know. I think. Let's see. I don't know. I can't recall.
I remember you being Scream one year.
That was cool. I mean, but who didn't do that?
Ghostface, I think is his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I had the one with the blood in it, where you could pump the blood in the face.
Which is kind of pointless because
Yeah,
it's like he never really did that.
I thought it was cool when I was a kid, though.
Right.
What's the most candy you have ever gotten in one night?
Oh fuck, dude. I think this was probably with you. We hit a couple neighborhoods and I had like two pillowcases full. I can't exactly say how much, but
They were never actually full. They
No,
probably felt full.
like, okay, well, half full.
Yeah.
But two of them?
I was
like-
thinking half of a pillowcase is
Yeah.
the most I ever got.
I think I've actually no. This may have been in Michigan then, but yeah, me and my friends, we each had two completely
bags?
full. Yeah, two completely full.
That's a lot of fucking candy.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. It was a mountain of candy. It lasted forever.
You would think it would go bad. I guess candy doesn't
No,
really
it
go
doesn't.
bad.
There's so much preservatives in that shit that.
Yeah, I think mine's half a pillowcase.
Yeah,
Which is still a lot.
I'd have fucked up. It's just because they lived in rich neighborhoods and people were just giving out handfuls.
Oh, yeah.
So.
What's the one candy you always want to trade away?
Well, it's either like bags of candy corn, like the little
Yep.
bags you get.
Yep.
Almond Joys.
I like Almond Joys now.
Yuck.
I didn't
As a kid. Well, okay. Well, you don't really do it now, so it's
Yeah.
me as a kid. So Almond Joys, and then probably that like I don't. It's bad to say that grandma candy, where it's like
Toffee?
in the strawberry wrappers and like little caramels and stuff.
I like those strawberry things.
I didn't as a kid. I thought they were gross. I like them now,
Yeah.
and I don't like little butterscotch candies. Fuck that shit. It's gross.
I wasn't really a big fan of Butterfinger.
Really? What?
I'll
You're a
trade you a
psycho.
Butterfinger for a Snickers.
I'm pretty sure we did that.
Probably. Or candy corn's definitely up there for me. 'cause
candy corn's the worst.
candy.
It's the Peeps of candy.
Oh,
Of
God.
Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Peeps are nasty. If you eat Peeps and likes Peeps, you're a fucking psycho.
If you like Peeps and you want to not like Peeps anymore, watch Matt Stoney eat like 300 Peeps.
But yeah, or now recently, if it was me, I would definitely still be giving away Almond Joys, and I don't like Milk Duds anymore.
I
Milk
like
Duds are
Milk
gross.
Duds. I like Milk Duds.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just too much effort.
What's the other one?
Not
Is it
enough
Mounds?
rewards.
Mounds.
Yeah, that's
It's
like
Almond Joy and Mounds.
What is it?
Almond Joy actually has the almond in it, but Mounds is just the coconut, right?
yeah, sweet and coconut, and it's in dark chocolate.
Oh,
so it's
gross.
basically almond.
That-
It's basically Almond Joy with dark chocolate.
There you go. I hate dark chocolate, so if I get anything dark chocolate,
Yeah, right.
it's
As a
going
kid,
to my mom.
Yeah, as a kid, you're like, this is nasty. Who eats dark chocolate? I just remember the first time trying it. You're like, ugh,
What
this
kind of
is
asshole
disgusting.
gives away dark candy? Or dark
The
chocolate.
people who just buy those bags and they just say, here, take this shit.
Keep that shit for like cookies or something. All right. Now, finally, let's get into the draft. So today we're going to have a Halloween candy draft. And since I picked this one, Justin's going to get to go first.
I forgot to open the draft doc. Oops. Obviously, this is an easy first pick. Can't let you have it. It's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yep.
That's the obvious number one.
Yep.
It's just the best. Like, even if it's fake peanut butter and fake chocolate, it's delicious.
I think that's a lot of people's favorite candy.
Yeah. It's so good. It's
Even
just,
not in Halloween, just in general.
It's the go-to, man. You're just like, man, I don't know what kind of I want some candy. Which one am I going to go for? It's just you can never. You're like, well, never go wrong with this. So my only problem is sometimes they stick to the bottom of the wrapper. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Just lick the wrapper.
But yeah,
So
the
since
peanut
you
butter
took
cups.
that powerhouse, I'm gonna have to take the other powerhouse. Snickers.
Yeah, delicious.
Snickers is good. It's got peanuts in it. It's got caramel. It's got nougat, and it's got milk chocolate.
I think nougat is underrated.
Nougat's delicious.
Nougat is so damn good.
Although I don't really like Milky Way.
I don't either.
It's just nougat and chocolate.
It's caramel too.
Oh, what's the one? Three Musketeers?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I don't like.
Yeah, it's
It's just nougat. That's the one that's just nougat and chocolate, right?
Yeah.
I don't really like Milky Way either.
No, neither do
Even if there's caramel in it. Which is weird because it's basically everything that a Snickers has, but Snickers has peanuts in it.
You're right. So my next pick is going to be Twix. Can
Yep.
never go wrong with
I like
good,
it.
with a good Twix bar. Me and my wife get these all the time. We always split them, but
Do you get the
Yeah.
left Twix or the right Twix?
I think it's the right.
Oh.
Naturally, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that's such a debate kind of thing.
dumb.
It is. It's like it's the same fucking thing. Who cares? But it's just a marketing thing. But yeah, it's just what is it? Caramel and then what is that? Wafer? That's not wafer. What the hell is that?
It is wafer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought wafer.
There's no caramel. It's just chocolate and wafer. Chocolate wafer, chocolate wafer.
I'm pretty sure there's caramel in it too.
No. Oh, Twix. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Twix.
Kit Kat.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, it's biscuit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I thought.
Kit Kat is wafer
Right.
with chocolate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, it's not wafer, but yeah, it's just biscuit, chocolate, milk chocolate.
Yep.
Or biscuit. Wow. Biscuit, caramel, milk chocolate. Jesus. Yeah. I don't really eat candy that often, but when I do, I go for a Twix and a Reese's.
I choose Dos Equis. I'm going to go sour here.
I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
I love sour candy. Sour Patch Kids.
Oh.
Man, you thought I was going to choose something else?
I don't really think these are sour.
They're kind of sour.
They got just
but they
got like
get sweet fit quickly.
Yeah. They're sour, and then they're sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Like the commercial says.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids is definitely one of
Best colors, red, right?
You know, I used to like all that, like, not sour, but just really anything that wasn't chocolate. Like, and definitely going to pick some later, but just all that sweet, super sweet stuff you just love as a kid. And now it's just makes my fucking stomach churn. I can't do it.
You just eat less.
Yeah.
But they're still good.
But it's just kind of hard, man. When it's like, I remember this. I just dumped this whole fucking thing in my mouth.
What's your favorite color
of
Sour Patch Kids?
Blue or
Mine's red or green.
Oh, okay. I was about to say the blue raspberry kind or the lime.
Yeah, I used to hate lemon and lime as a kid in
I
any
like it.
candy.
I like them all,
But now I like lemon and
I think
lime.
the lemon one though is the worst to me.
Maybe orange?
I don't know why people hate on the orange, man.
I usually like it, but I think their orange isn't as good.
It
It's
ain't
more
right. Something ain't
like
right
orange
with it.
Skittles are good, but I don't know. Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one just because it's a classic, and I'm gonna go with Airheads.
It's on my list.
This shit was ridiculous. I remember even during Halloween time, and still as a kid, I would eat the crap. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where it's just like used to be the shit. But yeah, just the
If
fact.
anyone gave out full Airheads, you were a fucking. Like, we were going back to your house next year.
No, we were going back to your house in a half an hour to get some more.
And switching costumes.
I never switch costumes. I just go there again. They wouldn't remember. They have so many kids going to your door. You don't fucking know. But yeah, Airheads. There's just so many different flavors that they came out with. So I feel like it was just. I never really got tired of it.
I bought a box of them off Amazon a few years ago. It took me like a whole year to eat them.
Right.
Because it's like, oh my God, I can't
You
eat
eat
another
one and you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just super sweet. But they've always been one of my favorites. So.
All right. I'm going to go another one like that. Not quite. But this one, you just eat it by the box. If you don't eat the whole box, you're a bitch. Nerds.
Yep.
You
This is
just
another
down the whole box.
Dude, I would buy these the rainbow ones as a kid, and then I would just fucking eat the whole box.
Oh, yeah. But those little boxes though that you get for Halloween, that's
You're like this is pussy shit.
18
Yeah. It's like
nerds
give me
in there.
the bigger box, the one that had the grape flavor and then the strawberry flavor on the other side.
Yep. Oh, the double box. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the double box. Split in
Sometimes
half.
the middle thing would get messed up and you'd get other
of them,
colors in there.
I have to go without taking my favorite. I'm going to take Payday.
Oh, I like Payday.
This is just peanuts and caramel salted.
I did not like them as a kid.
No, I didn't
Now
either,
I
but
love
now they're delicious. I get them all the time. I'll just be like, meh, I could go for Payday. This is my go-to now. My stepdad would always buy these, and I'd be like, ew, why do you eat those? This is gross. But now I get it. So, yeah, Payday.
All right, there's 2 left on my list that I really want, and I hope you don't pick either of them. I'm going to pick one of them now, obviously. I'm going Jolly Ranchers.
I didn't even have that down.
Ooh.
You just have all the sweet candy. This is the shit that like I said, I don't really enjoy as much anymore.
Yeah, but this is a Halloween candy draft.
I know. There.
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers come in a bunch of different flavors once again. They were kind of iffy.
You
like,
can drop them in alcoholic drinks to make them taste better.
Yeah, as a kid.
No, well, I mean now.
Yeah, now. Vodka.
Yeah, that's a good one to go with.
My favorite Jolly Rancher color is probably...
Before they made this one.
Huh?
Before they made the blue raspberry one, what was it before? Because that came later.
Green
Out of the
apple.
original. Really?
Green apple.
Really? Wow. Mine was grape.
Oh, yeah, grape's probably my
And everyone
second
always
favorite.
liked the fucking cherry ones. I was like, blah.
I like those too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like artificial cherry. I think it's gross.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, no thanks.
I like the taste of medicine.
I like to taste.
That's why I drink Dr. Pepper.
Oh man. Okay, this is a kind of a left field one, but I always enjoy these, and I still do. I'm gonna take a big hunk.
I love big hunks.
You can put these. It's nougat and peanut butter, or not
No,
peanut
just
butter, but
peanuts.
peanuts.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can put these in the microwave. Holy shit,
for, like,
they're so
15
good.
seconds.
Yeah, if you eat these straight off the shelf, you're gonna hurt your teeth
I like that.
because they're super chewy. But yeah, if you put them in the microwave for like, I don't know, like 10, 15 seconds at a time until it just gets really squishy, it's so fucking good.
I didn't have that on my list.
It's one
I wish
that,
I did.
Right, it's one that people don't really know about. And if they do, then good for you. But yeah, they're so good.
All right. My last pick. I'm glad you didn't pick it. I'm picking the caramel apple pops.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Green apple sucker with caramel on it.
Hmm.
Fucking delicious.
Yeah, those aren't bad. I just don't want to take the time.
I haven't had one in a long time,
Right.
but when I think of Halloween, this is what I think of.
At least with Big Hunk, you get a big bar.
Yeah. Well, they have the little ones.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yeah.
That seems like a waste.
Yeah.
It's like, give me the fucking big bar.
But most people aren't handing out big things of candy usually.
Yeah. All right, so I have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Twix, Airheads, Payday, and Big Hunk.
And I had Snickers, Sour Patch Kids, Nerds, Jolly Ranchers, and caramel apple pops.
So some other things I had Nutrageous bars, which is
Those are delicious.
It's like the Reese's version of Snickers,
Yeah,
but
those
it
are
doesn't
good.
have like caramel and stuff. It's just
Peanut
instead
butter,
of
peanuts, and
instead of the
chocolate.
caramel, it's peanut butter. It's so good. And then
Did anyone pick Kit Kat?
No.
Oh, yeah, Kit Kat's on my
It's
list.
like
I like Kit
I
Kats.
like them, but it's just not one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's not top.
Like if someone has, it's like yeah, sure,
Yeah,
I'll take one. Right.
Yeah.
And I had one down that you didn't like, Butterfinger.
I like them, but it wouldn't be like a top
Yeah.
for me. They get stuck in your teeth so easily.
It's same with Big Hunk shit.
Yeah,
I had M&M peanut butter
those are good.
flavor.
Peanut M&Ms are
Yeah.
good too.
Peanut butter ones are better.
I think I'd go peanut.
Really?
Yeah,
And Hershey's bar,
gross.
good for s'mores. It's
That's
the only
about
reason
it.
why I have it.
That's about
Yeah,
it.
Right. It's just so bland, right? And then 100 grand bars were okay. They had the Nestle Crunch kind of. That's another thing. Crunch bars. What?
Crunch bars are okay.
Yeah.
Crackled rice and chocolate.
Yeah.
Dude, I just forgot one of my favorite candies. Cookies and cream.
Oh
Hershey
yeah.
bar.
Holy fuck, you're right.
I forgot about that. Right when you said Hershey bar, I was like, oh shit. I would have taken that over a few things on my list.
And then I had Nerds, Airheads already had, and I had Starburst down too. But not my favorite, but they were good.
Yeah, I had Skittles.
I didn't even have Skittles down. I feel like an idiot.
Mr. Good Bar. You like those?
I've heard of it.
You never had one?
I don't think so.
One you said you didn't like, Milk Duds.
Yeah, they're okay.
Laffy Taffy.
Oh, the Laffy Taffy.
And 100 grand.
Yeah, I had 100 grand down. I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, best part about Laffy Taffy was jokes.
Right.
The terrible jokes.
Right. Is that it?
Yeah.
All you
well,
had?
you said everything else.
Yeah,
Or
right.
you picked everything.
Just reminds me of childhood, man. But, God, I just eat candy now and it hurts my stomach.
Yep. Basically, the only candy I eat now is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Pretty much, yeah, for me, it's just Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Twix, and M&M peanut butter.
Actually, I had
Peanut
one
butter
of those
M&Ms.
cookies and cream bars like a few nights ago.
I haven't had one of those in a while. I feel like putting that on a s'more would be delicious.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's
like,
a really
well,
good
everyone
idea.
has a milk chocolate. It's like, fuck you guys. I got this. So we had an Instagram post about a week ago where we were going to give away a Funko Pop. It was $15 or less, and we were going to direct message the person who won, but we also said to listen to the episode, so hopefully you can hear your name on here. So out of the people we had, the winner is John.
John W.
John W. So we will be messaging you or here in a little bit, probably tomorrow or something, as we record this on Sunday. So you'll hear from us and you'll tell us what $15 or less Funko Pop you would like us to buy for you, to ship to you. So, and of course, everything's paid. We'll handle everything. But we will end up doing more giveaways in the future. We just figured now might as well. So stay tuned for later giveaways.
Yes, do that.
So I hope you all enjoyed our Halloween episode. And, of course, we encourage you, if you do end up going trick-or-treating or whatever, or have a Halloween party, just be safe out there. And, again, we appreciate every single one of our listeners, and we always encourage you to please share the show with your friends. Word of mouth is definitely the best way to get things out there. So, yeah, and check out our socials, Twitter, Instagram, Parler, Twitter, at Actin' Like We Know. Drop the G. And then, of course, just give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps our show. So, and
Yeah,
we're available on all podcast platforms.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for listening. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night.